Greetings, Autobots, and welcome back. First off, a happy new year to all subscribers, new, old, and returning. I have actually been pondering lately, and I've decided to start doing something different on the channel. Don't worry, the gaming videos and Transformers, they're not going anywhere. The Transformers are still the bread and butter of the show. But I've been on a kick recently from a movie from my childhood, and racing in general. So I was browsing around Amazon and I thought, you know what? They still do those little metal cars. So I have today a Disney Cars Diecast review, which if this does well, I'll probably be doing more. Now, I'm going to explain. I've already opened it right there. You can see I've very tactfully shaved off the plastic window, but I'm just going to show the packaging first. So what we're going to be looking at today is the Cars 3 Rusteze Lightning McQueen, or as he's called, Flash McQueen or Rayo McQueen in other countries. We have here the Disney Pixar Cars logo with the more modern packaging. I do remember the packaging for the Cars 3 branded version of this toy being, it was a lot more simple. It was a sort of canted angle of the Cars 3 logo with a red and black, almost hood-like design. But enough of that, we'll get to the packaging. So we have here a fantastic render. We have a render of Lightning McQueen as he appeared in the first 20 minutes of Cars 3, sporting, well, I'll tell you what I think about this design whenever I actually review the diecast, but a really nice looking design. We see here the big bold Rusteze logo, we have the classic lightning bolt, and just that signature Lightning McQueen design that we all know and love. We turn around to the back of the packaging here. We have a scene in Cars 3, and we have a picture here of the diecast itself. Colors and decorations may vary. There is a metallic version you can get, which was part of a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. I'm kind of annoyed I didn't get my hands on that one, but, you know, what are you going to do? And you just have all this legal guff on the back. Mattel, empowering generations through play. Go to Disney Pixar or www.disney.com/cars for more cars. So let's crack this sucker open. And we can just, look at that. I opened it with my mind. Aren't I the greatest? And we just set the packaging off to the side. And here we have the Cars 3 Rusteze Lightning McQueen. And can I just say, handling these again, just having a Cars diecast in my hand, takes me back. I used to collect these all the time when I was a kid. I'm surprised I didn't mention it on the channel before, but I'm a huge Cars fan. It's a hyperfixation that comes around every so often, but when it comes around, oh boy, it hits hard. So I'll talk more about it, but let's just talk about the design. So first, let's just start with the paint scheme. It's a lovely, vibrant shade of red. I love how the colors complement each other. This design feels like a blend of old and new. And just, oh my goodness, I'm looking at it from all angles. Oh, it's so cool. So, okay, let's start with the front. So, right off the bat, you'll notice that this McQueen sports a brand new Rusteze logo instead of the standard Rusteze medicated bumper ointment insignia, you know, the big circle with the italic font. Instead, it's a big, bold, impact font with cell shading, or not cell shading, but a sort of gradient. You see there, it sort of fades from a yellow into a nice cool orange red, and there's a big lightning bolt, and I especially dig this little added artifact here to give it a little bit of definition. Just a very, very vibrant look. And of course, you have McQueen himself, his happy expression. I would prefer, I do like the expression, it does suit him. He's a very happy guy, but I would prefer a more determined one, given that this paint job is where he has his crash in. And oh my goodness, this video is just going to be me gushing about cars. Well, do you know what? You guys like to hear me talk, so I'll go into it. But I love the Cars franchise. Cars 1, fantastic movie. So many great memories of it when I was a kid. Cars 2, it's, you know, separate from the Cars franchise. I always prefer to think of it as basically Mater's Tall Tales, the movie. But Cars 3, just, I used to love it, but I didn't like the ending. The ending always annoyed me. But now I love the ending. It still kind of logically doesn't make too much sense, but the heart and the character motivation behind it just makes it all worthwhile in my opinion. But yeah, we come to the top of McQueen here. We has the standard 95, and I do wonder what these are. I think in NASCAR or stock car racing, these are sort of flaps. So if the car, say, goes drifting or goes flying through the air, these are basically to sort of stabilize it and stop it from getting too fast or just flying away. But you can see here, little Lightning McQueen signature. So I'll just see if I can zoom in there a little bit. It's just kind of hard to see because of how small the text is. Yeah, you can kind of see it there, Lightning McQueen. Come around to the side as windows picked out in clear inserts. A little air intake here. Let's see, this is zoom in, okay. Yeah, I especially get onto the side. Something very neat about this variant that we don't see in the other cars McQueen designs. He has these yellow rims on his Lightyear tires, which, you know, it adds a bit of colour breakup. Makes it pop a little bit. And of course, we have his lucky stickers, little lightning bolts. And I forgot to mention, but he has real headlights here. These are actually real headlights. Now, why he has real headlights whenever he's a stock car racing on a NASCAR track, I don't know. Probably would have helped him get a little bit faster, but I digress. And we come around to my favourite part. Look at this. You've got the piston cup and all the other contingency sponsors. You have octane gain, RPM. Now, if I recall correctly, octane gain, turbo vitamins, RPM, nighttime backfire suppressant, revolting, rebuilt alternators, and clutch aid, which I adore how all the sponsors are themed after different car things. It's really cool. I love it. And my favourite part of this, the classic Lightning McQueen lightning bolt. Now, the lightning bolt in terms of its shape is very reminiscent of the Cars 1 variant, where it's just one lightning bolt from beginning to end. But instead of it just being yellow and then it fades into the orange with the little hex patterns or the little dot patterns, instead has the bold Rusteze logo on the side, which looks quite nice. I dig the colour breakup and the little gradient. You know, you have the nice vibrant yellow and then it fades into an orange and then just fades into the red. It just, it sticks out. It's really vibrant and I dig the way it looks. Come around to the back of McQueen, you can see here, lovely, I think it's silver or is it chrome sort of pieces? No, I think they're silver. You have his taillights picked out there and the Rusteze logo on the back with the little spoiler pieces picked out there. Come on to the bottom of the car, you can see they're still keeping the detail. Now, this is something that Hot Wheels has actually kind of been missing out on, because all this detail, the chassis, the exhaust, the undercarriage, the suspension, you don't see that on Hot Wheels cars nowadays, which is quite sad. Quite sad indeed. Especially given the price that people are paying for them now. These are more expensive because they're more detailed, but, you know, I'd say for what you're getting for, like a $5, it's pretty cool, especially if you get to race them around the track. Now, let's see. Let's do a little roll test. Now, these cars have pinned wheels, so let's see how well they roll. Rolls pretty well. Now, of course, I can't make it go shoo. I can't roll it too fast, otherwise it'll just make too much noise. And unfortunately, I don't have any other Lightning McQueens or Cars Diecasts to compare this to. I just picked out my favourite version of Lightning McQueen because, like I mentioned before, this design is probably my favourite variant of Lightning McQueen. The Cars 3 version is a close second. I just dig the flame bolt because the Cars 3 version has the same kind of sponsors, you know, same shape, proportions, but instead this lightning bolt around here turns into a flame. So you see the flame and the standard Rusteze logo. It's a marriage of old and the new, and that's part of why I dig it so much. And something else as well, this version of the Rusteze McQueen compared to the Cars 3 one actually has more texture defining the eyes, especially right here. Just this little area here, it's a bit more sunken in. I think it gives it a bit more definition than what it normally does. And that expression just classic McQueen, happy, racing, loving life, having a grand old time. There we are, some nice perspective shots. Let me see if I can get some different angles. Oh, I like that. I like that kind of shot. You see that in the movie as well, where the camera sort of goes in close to the rear of the car. It's almost like a Dutch angle. Oh, I just think that's really neat. But yeah, overall, a fantastic replication of this design. I think that they hit the nail on the head. The texturing, the paint scheme, the design, everything just looks great. The stickers are well applied. I'm not sure, are they stickers? Because they're clearly applied on, they're not painted. But yeah, a fantastic little diecast, and I'm just happy to... Oh, I also forgot to mention the little rivets on his hood are picked out in silver. It is very nice. Adds a little bit of texture to it. He has a bit of a mishap around the eye, which is a bit unfortunate, but hey, that just makes him unique to me. So, yeah, that is pretty much all to say in this video. This was my review of the Cars 3 Rusteze Lightning McQueen diecast. I just wanted to try something a little bit different for this video. You know, something... Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? Are you off to the races? There's no race right now. Unless you're trying to race off the table. But yeah, this was my review of the Cars 3 Rusteze Lightning McQueen diecast. I just wanted to try something a little bit different for this video. So let me know what you guys think, if you like the video, if you don't like it, or if you want to see more Cars diecasts in the future. I just did this as a little litmus test, so to speak, as I love cars. I love the sport, I love the story, I love the characters, I love the setting, everything about it just hits home for me. Cars is a very special franchise. It's very impactful, very meaningful to me. Well, I think that's about all I have to say. So that was my review of the Cars 3 Rusteze Lightning McQueen diecast. This is Orabot ASMR, signing off for the night. Take care, and God bless you all.